Sports Roundtable.
Blake Griffin traded to Detroit. Hancock, do you like this trade?
Yeah.
For who?
I think the trade works out well for the Clippers. For Detroit, I think, the jury's out. We look at Blake and, when you compare him to the other big names at his position, like LeBron and Giannis, KD, Boogie, whatever, they average around 25 to 27 points, and Blake is at 22. Pretty much his assists are right on point with theirs, but rebounds, he's a little short. He actually shoots the three pretty comparable to them. So if you're getting a player his caliber, I think he takes a bad rap because we look at him as being a little soft. But when you actually look at his numbers, Blake is an all-star. And when you bring him to the East, look at the Eastern Conference. He could be a monster in the East.
Superstar.
Yeah, so, the jury is still a little bit out. I think when you look at Detroit, they were a little desperate. They had lost like 12 of their last 15 games. Before that, had been kind of comfortably in the playoff run. But now I think they're a few games behind Philadelphia at this point. But adding Blake, you're adding $140 million to the cap, to your salary. So you're kind of jumping in with both feet, and if it doesn't work, Stan Van Gundy, who's kind of been rumored to be on the hot seat, the seat might be throwing him off. He might be gone.
Right.
So it's kind of a last-ditch effort that you can see what he's doing, especially giving up two rotation players in Avery Bradley and Harris. Tobias. You look at that as two quality players that can play in the starting five. So giving them up, taking Blake, and kind of pairing him with the big guy Drummond, I guess you're getting a poor man's Boogie and AD in the East. So we'll see if that develops. Drummond, who now was named to the All-Star team, is playing better, and Blake can kind of stretch the floor. So I don't think Blake don't want to be in there anyway, so at least he'll stretch it a little bit. He can go out to the three-point line. Like I say, he's shooting up right at 35% from out there. So at least he gives you a little room with that. So, I look at it as kind of a reach for Detroit, but a calculated reach. But with the Clippers, look, they're going in next summer with $10 million less on their salary cap, which is a good thing. And going into the 2019 and 2020 season, they only have one player under a guaranteed contract, and that'll be Danilo Gallinari, it'll be expiring after that year. He has, I think, $22 million or something left in. So what they were doing in L.A. was kind of clearing the books, and they're going to make a run at these free agents that'll be coming up. And some of those names to be looking at, Kawhi will be up then, Kyrie will be up then, Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson, Kevin Love, soft, Kemba Walker, and even LeBron and Paul George. So the thing is, that's what they did. They cleared the books in order to have a run at, some good quality players. So in the long run, I think the Clippers did excellent. Detroit, I think, is a desperate move because you look at what Van Gundy, he's one of the, I think it's three teams. I know him, San Antonio, and one other team are the only teams where the coach is president of operations.
The Clippers.
Not anymore. You remember they took that
right,
they gave it to Lyman. Mm-hmm. So I forgot who else it is. I'll find that out.
Jerry West out there now.
Yeah, West is out there, and yes. And that's another thing. Look at that. Coming from Golden State, he sees how the NBA is built. And he sees that it's a stretch and shoot type league.
Right.
So I think DeAndre will be out of there soon too, if he can move him.
How about they put the chair in front of the door so he wouldn't go to Dallas?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden all of them are gone?
You're right.
He the only one last man standing.
Yeah. Austin Rivers still there.
Who?
Catch Sports Roundtable every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWWE 1100 AM and SRTradio.com.